We are going to, after the fantastic speech that we gave in the morning, for those of you who were there, we will try to improve on it tonight. I just want to kick off by saying to Mark that yes, when I first started going to Rosebery to cook, it was for you. And then I got distracted. Now Noelle is going to start off by telling her version of how we first met, and then I will sort of interrupt.
Okay, hello everyone. I'm not sure if every one of you know how we met, so I'll just tell you a brief story of our past. Which she doesn't remember, but I clearly remember. Okay, so it was in 2004 when we were heading to London, and we were in an OCF senior's house, Suzanne Call's house, if those of you who know her. So I met Weeyang, and then he said, oh, actually I live just at Farrer Road, which is about a 5-minute drive from my house. So I was like, oh, okay, would you like a lift home? My mom is coming to pick me up. She can just drop you off on the way home. Then he said, no, that's okay. And I was a bit shocked because I've never been turned down by a charming young man before. So when you get turned down by one of them, you kind of remember him. And that's the first impression I got.
You need to keep your cards to yourself first.
So that was the first time I went home, and then apparently I told my mom, because she reminded me yesterday that I met somebody from who lived at Farrer Road. But she told me yesterday, I never imagined you would actually marry him about 5 or 6 years later. So you never know who you meet. After that, as Mark and various other people have said, we were in Rosebery and Bankside Hall, which is on the north and south bank of the river in London. So Weeyang would come over to cook every day. At first I thought he was just being very kind, but then he had ulterior motives, I suppose.
I cannot cook.
We started going out when we came back to Singapore after the first year, because he thought maybe because he was feeling very lonely and you know, all by himself in London, that's why he wanted a companion. So he wanted to come back to Singapore to check whether he still felt like that in Singapore. But apparently he did, because he asked me if I wanted to go out with him in the summer of 2005. And that's when we started going out. But Weeyang is, even though he's a great man, he's not the most romantic of people, but that's alright. We started going out on the 31st of July, I think, or August. July, in 2005, because he asked me in a car park in Clementi. For those of you who don't know, because we were driving back from a movie, and he's like, I have a question to ask you. I was like, is this important? If it's important, can you stop? And then he said, okay, but I'm on the highway. So we pulled up to the nearest car park, which was Clementi, and that's when he said, okay, would you like to go out? And then 4 years later, in the same car park, that was when he asked for my hand, without roses, but with a ring.
Ring and a word.
Yeah, ring and words of wisdom. I don't know. Not wisdom. So that was when he proposed in September of 2009, and here we are today. So that was a very, very, very brief history.
You just want to say that. Anyway, now we are going to sort of give our speech. I would like to sort of thank all those who have been helping us out for this wedding, this whole wedding preparation.